Hey guys, it's Whisky Bloke, and you are just in time for another damn good review. So, what's with the Western pistol, I hear you say? Well, I'll tell you, because this, better not discharge it, got enough holes up there. This was given to me by a friend, and whenever I do a review of a whiskey that's been given me by a friend, I start the video with my my piece. Keep the peace. I don't know to keep the peace. But anyway, this is the first time I've been given a whiskey by a friend. This is the first time you've seen this. But if this happened more often, you know, then you'd be like, ah, that's why he's doing it. And I won't need to explain this again. But I'll probably explain it again next time as well because, you know, that's what it is. And yeah, there we go. So I'm just going to pop that there. And there you have it. A couple of things to highlight. I got this. This is a fill coin, a whiskey coin, a whiskey chip, glass topper, a Glencairn topper. Don't fit in this one. If I put it in that one, it will just drop to the bottom. It's like dunking an Oreo in milk. Not worth it. Let me explain it. It's not whiskey until it's shared. Now usually I'd make a joke about that and go, yeah, he thought of that because I gave it to him. But I actually really like Roy, so I won't do that. And I'm number 176. Now, you may not know this, but Roy specifically picked that one for me because that is my favourite number. So, yeah. And also, with those three numbers, you are able to get to the number one on like a countdown equivalent. I'll tell you, because number one is the beginning of it all, isn't it really? So 7 take away 6 is 1. 1 times 1. And everything's been used once there. So that is how it happens. And on the side of it, which is quite nice, it's got his YouTube channel, it's got his little slogan again. #WhiskyTube, that's what we do. I don't know what that one is. Maybe you can explain it in the comments. The other thing it can be is it could be like an eye patch. You know, if you're acting out a Thor character from the Avengers, Marvel. You know, lots of reasons. I'm going to use it for this review, and this review is very special because, drum roll please. That's enough. Alan Wilson. I've forgotten his blue nose. Give me 1 second. Hey, come on, we're all imperfect. We all have short memories and stuff. His name, go away, on the old Insta. Bluenose.1872. I don't think that's his year of birth. I'm not sure. I don't think it is. Or his age. Maybe that's his favourite number. Oh. Or maybe he was 18 in the year 1972. Which would make him... I don't know. That's just a guess. Bluenose.1872. 1872. Alan Wilson. He sent me this. And it is filled to the brim. Very generous. Thank you. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. 68% ABV. I've done that tight, hasn't he? I'm not joking. There we go. Flipping it, mate. You've been working out. There we are. The room has become pleasant in its odour. aroma. I should have used the word aroma, that's nicer. So I'm going to pour a bit in here. And then we're going to do a Richard Patterson and throw it across the room. No, we're not. We're not. I'm going to leave a bit in there. Always leave a bit left in the bottle with this kind of thing, just because it makes it. It makes it look like I know what I'm doing. So yeah, so we're going to let that breathe for a bit. I thought we could start while that's breathing with some film quotes. I was thinking like Tombstone. Who doesn't love Tombstone? Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday. Yeah, great actors. Val Kilmer, Kurt Russell. Do enjoy that film. I watched that with a friend, very good friend. He didn't give me whiskey though, so it's not as good as Alan, but there you go. Can't hold me that. But yeah, I basically said, oh, I've not tried that one, and Alan said, I'll be your Huckleberry. Unquote. Ah dear. We'll do more quotes later on. In fact, I'll probably forget about it and won't do any, because I'm going to really have to give this some attention now. This looks, body-wise, it's a really nice, like, really nice, almost like stained copper kind of colour. If you can see that at all. It's very much, I've used the expression before, Steven Spielberg Jurassic Park stone with a mosquito in it. It's not catching on as quick as I'd hoped, but don't worry. It's that kind of colour. It's thick, it's full-bodied. Just from looking at it, I'm really excited. I'm not going to lie. I have done a fair bit of research, and I have. When he told me I was going to get it, I started doing a bit of research. I was like, well, this is exciting. And then he sent me an email with his tasting notes, and I thought, no, don't read it. Keep him waiting. Treat him mean. Keep him keen. He might send you another. No, that wasn't the reason. The reason I kept him waiting, the reason I didn't read it, I acknowledged it, but because I don't want to be influenced. He's an influential guy. He's a bully. No. But he basically sent me that so I can look back and compare, which I'll do in a second. Not in a second. And the important thing through all of this is how much of an appreciation I developed prior to the package being delivered. I waited for the package, did my research on the name. So for instance, in the 18th century, there was a preacher. This was named because of this Baptist preacher person. Common misconception, he was not the inventor. No. But there you go. So, interesting fact. At the distillery, there were two guys. So you think of the name, Elijah Craig, this is the barrel proof, but think of the name, Elijah Craig. Two guys at the distillery, whose wives are called Elijah and Craig. So, bit of interesting trivia for you. Use that one next time you're talking to someone if you want to sound intelligent. So, anyway, long story, I can't remember what I was saying exactly, but when I got this, very excited. Excited to be sat here now in the hot seat. I've been talking for quite a while, so hopefully that's a long review. Everyone likes long reviews. I actually think this is the first bourbon I've actually... Yeah, this is the first on my channel. It's great. Not that I don't like them, it's just I've always been very much, you know, Scottish kind of. But I'll tell you what, on the nose, I genuinely feel like I've been missing out. That is a real aroma that tells you you have got a nice whiskey in your hand. I am literally salivating. That's not describing the notes, by the way, that's just describing the emotion Okay. So this kind of, it has a bit of sweetness to it. Not very sweet. There's a small amount of like brown sugar. But I'd say like almost like caramelized. I'll describe it this way. There's more as well, it's not just that. But years ago, I was with a girlfriend and we were making something, can't remember what, cake. And we had to put brown sugar in the pan to caramelise it. Have you ever done that before? And if you get it on your skin, you're in trouble. Tried to do that again not so long ago. Set off every smoke alarm in the house. That smell there, not the smoke part, the brown sugar part, in a pan. It's like a oaky, there's an oak smell to it. Smells like pastry. If you go into a pastry shop, that initial when you go to the counter. Oh. Oh, I shouldn't, but I will. It smells so nice. I'm really, really, really excited to put it in my mouth now. So that's what I'm going to do. 68%. So, might need a little bit of vodka. I always use a drink, it's water. Wow. Wow. Even at 68%, that is astounding. Oh man. That's so nice. No, sorry, I was supposed to be talking there. 68% is quite a lot, and that would be too much for somebody who's trying this for the first time. They'd probably go, oh, I know I didn't like whiskey. Start talking about how it'd probably be better than coffee and all of that. There was a lot, it's not a sweet, on the palate, that is not sweet at all. There's no sweetness to that on the palate there. Might change now. There we are. Bring that down a tad. We'll see how much that's brought it down by. Catch those fumes. I might take the lid off. Whoa. Yeah, it's not sweet at this stage. I want to say like almost like an orange kind of taste to it, as in like not the colour, the fruit. Easily misunderstood, obviously. Bring that over. Swirl. Yeah, let's open it up a bit more. That's a lot more caramelised than the nose. I've probably brought it down to about 50% now. With how much water I added. It's really good. Really good. It's juicy. Again, not sweet juicy. This is savoury juicy. And the good thing about that is I'm not a sweet guy. I'm a savoury guy. You know, everyone else is ordering their dessert, I'm ordering my second main. It's quite earthy. I would say this is quite an earthy kind of taste to it. Earthy, but then there's other parts to it as well. Like, they're getting very light. I have to be careful here because I don't want to be talking about the finish too much. I'll try a bit more. Yeah. Yeah. orange zest. For sure. It's definitely earthy as well. Add a tiny bit more water. I really want to get the most out of this. I want to really see what is my favourite way of, and then I can enjoy this bit and make all the noises I usually make when I'm enjoying myself off camera. Because if I do it on camera, I might lose a few subscribers. Don't be doing that. Apparently you're supposed to take that kind of thing very seriously. Now swirl around. Tell me where are the others? No, I'm joking. Yeah, that's really opened up on the nose. More so. So it gets a lot easier to nose with a bit of water added to it. Write that down. I'm getting more vanilla notes now. It's zesty. I'll be honest and say, this is the kind of whiskey you could quite literally sit there and just, whatever you're doing for the evening, whether you're doing a bit of admin at work, in the evening, not during work, you're sat on the couch doing your admin, you're watching a bit of TV, you're chilling with a board game, whatever it is you're doing, you could easily just be drinking this. I'm really, really grateful I've been sent this, and I will definitely be buying the bottle after this. Alan, claim your commission. Sales guy stuff. I don't even know what you do for work, Alan. Maybe you should tell me. Do you work for these guys? Maybe you do. And it's really nice. I am very grateful that you sent that to me, Alan. So for the finish, you can smell it from here. It's very dry on the finish, but I'd say there were vanilla notes as well, along with cinnamon. Pretty sure cinnamon. That would be my summary. Dry, cinnamon, vanilla, sorry, and cinnamon. Anyway, Alan's notes. I'm quite keen to read these, do a comparison, see if we are aligned. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'll do it in Alan's voice. Afternoon, Max! I don't know what his voice sounds like. First port, you could smell it before you even put your nose into the glass. I agree with that. Very hot, 68%, as expected. Cinnamon, oak, hot spice, dark fruits with water. Still spicy, pipe tobacco. I'll come back to that. Vanilla, burnt cinnamon, dark fruits, dark chocolate, and on the end, furniture polish. Oh yeah, I suppose actually, yeah, thinking about that. Very thick texture, and could sit sipping this for hours. I said that. I didn't see in those words, but and then he put another one for the finish. The finish is very dry and medium length. I'm in agreement with you there. It is beautiful, and the colour is something else. I must admit, the dark chocolate notes and that, I'd have to revisit it again and go over that again. Maybe I'm thinking the wrong points, but I'm always open to learning more, especially if whiskey is involved. So, yeah, really nice. Alan, I cannot thank you enough. I still have another decent sized dram left, which I assure you will not be seeing the rest of the day. Have a moment's silence for that. But I'll be happy. So, winner, chicken dinner. I was going to go win-win, but no comparison. Right guys, well that's all I've got time for. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Hey Alan, thanks for the sample, mate. You're a legend. I look a bit stupid right now, but I just wanted to get all of my stuff in. Oh, I haven't got the glass. Oh, I have to leave the glass. I wanted to get everything in for the final shot. Thanks for watching another Dram Good review. I've got an idea actually. Why don't you challenge me to see how many movie quotes, they've got to be good movies, otherwise I wouldn't watch them, how many movie quotes I can get in to a whiskey review. So like today, I only did one for Tombstone, so I'm going to have to come back to that again. But like you might be like, oh, how many Dances with Wolves references can you get in there? Or how many Last Mohicans can you get in there? Or stuff like that. Memorable, cool quotes from films. Yeah. It's another use for the whiskey coin as well, Roy. So, thank me for that later. See you in the next video, guys. Oh, it's harder than it looks in the films. See you soon.